I think we're good to go here. I'm gonna just adjust the volume a little bit. Because we don't need the music to be overwhelmingly loud. You know? So, hello everyone who is here today. My name is Lucky Pollo. You probably already know that. Today we are going to be trying to finish up this Genderbend piece I've been working on slowly but surely. Yeah. So hi, welcome on in, Andy. Nice to see ya, Quackity. I started this thing on Twitter like about 2 weeks ago where I was like, I'm a mallard duck. And I'm a female duck. And the females look different than the males. So, what would I look like if I was, a male mallard duck, So, that's what happened. And, then I decided to make a tweet, offering to do genderbend stuff for people in my style. My preferred style, I should say, because I have multiple styles, shockingly. I don't do just the cutesy art, but I do like cutesy art. Because, I'm a cute duck. That's what I do. So, hello, BC Wendale. Welcome on in. So I'm gonna start doing this stuff because I wanted to be productive today. Bad puns, I know. Which reminds me, I need to save this. But yeah. And then also the person who I was doing this one for recolored their female model, so I am going to be recoloring the lines here, which won't take but about a minute, luckily. All I gotta do is just zoom in up here and see what the dominant color is, which it looks like it's, blue and black, just like the other one, so I'm probably gonna go with like a really dark blue. Well, I'm glad you like bad jokes, because I make a lot of dumb duck jokes. Because why not? I'm gonna darken that a bit. And that way, when I take this over the lines, we now have blue. No more pink. This is exactly how you recolor, folks. You put a clipping layer over the thing, and then you just put the color over the thing. And that's how it goes. I think that's about good. Now I can merge with the line layer below. Yes, why the duck not? That is what we are here for. Dumb duck jokes. Forget the dad jokes. Okay. So now I think it's about time. Also gonna rename that to Femme, because that's the feminine one, gender bended. The design is still the same, the colors are just different. So I can just come in here, do skin. I also find I tend to do more if I have people watching, and I don't know why. You would think it would be the opposite because, getting distracted talking to people. Weirdly, that's not the case for me. Now, when I was doing this one, my thought process when I was doing, like, the clothing change to make it more, like, masculine as we perceive gender... like the shirt, obviously, that's not the kind of shirt a guy would wear. So instead I did more of like a shirt that shows the midriff here. And, baggy sleeves. And then down here, obviously shorts. And then for shoes, because, once again, that's not the kind of shoes you would see guys wear, I put sandals. I think that's an appropriate switch. Gender norms are very weird for me because I've always been a tomboy, so I just think of, you know, let me just wear frumpy clothes and just be more gender neutral, I guess, in how I present myself. But yeah. It was a little bit of a challenge, I will say that, because I hadn't really considered how exactly everything would go together with certain types of clothing shifts. Like, wait, how would that go? I think that's about all of the areas that are like that, which, by the way, if you're wondering what the gray is about, the gray helps me with seeing to make sure that everything is covered. Normally I'll also do a base behind the character, but I'm feeling a little bit lazy today. Okay, so for the clothes, let's see. We have a kind of dark color. I'm gonna come in with the torso. I can't type today. Kind of bring that down. We have some translucent sleeves here. So I'm probably gonna do some stuff under here. And now comes the part where I get to come into all the little tiny crevices and fix things. Because the magic wand tool is only good for so much. I mean, I guess the sleeves aren't really translucent so much at this point, but I still might want to still show it through. So yeah, this was like a little challenge to myself to do something new. Because I like to do the same old all the time. Also, weirdly enough, you would think that I am primarily like a furry artist because, you know, I draw myself a lot and I'm a duck. But that's not the case. I know someone who is a much better artist with furries and like animals and stuff. And that is not me. I actually only started doing animals and stuff after I became a VTuber. And realized, oh, I could draw other stuff besides the same 5 people over and over and over again. Because I was not necessarily the most skilled artist when I started. I'm gonna come on down here and just kind of cover all this up. By the way, who else here is thinking about going to, like, an Oktoberfest event? Because, like, there's a type of food called Schweinschacks that is German. It's basically, pork knucklebone. And it is absolutely succulent and delicious. And I need to procure me some, and the only place I know to get it is at an Oktoberfest. And the problem is that not every Oktoberfest has it. The one I went to last year didn't. But I'm not in Florida anymore, so I can't really go to the one I used to go to. I would say Schweinschacks is my, like, go-to favorite German food. But it's also, you know, not always eaten everywhere all the time. Just like eggnog, which, you know, I love me some eggnog, especially the vegan kind, because while I like the non-vegan kind, it upsets my tum-tum. Dairy does not sit well. What I'm probably gonna do is for the, like, arms coming through, I'm gonna kinda... Ooh, Ooh, that is the wrong color. That is the wrong color. We are not doing that. I'm gonna kind of bring this in. Woo! And then I can do this. Although I could literally just come in with this one like this. Because I'm going to be putting the transparent sleeves over it, which is why I don't really need lines. But I hope you all are having a good day today. You know, it's been kind of rainy here, which, you know, is good to an extent because, you know, I like to forage, and after a good rain, there's always mushrooms. And no, I'm not talking about the silly kind. I'm just talking about the edible kind, the kind that you eat. Probably my favorite one to find is chicken of the woods. Because it literally just tastes like the bird, but, you know, it's not cannibalism because, you know, it's a fungus. It's not... it's not the actual bird. Also, I'm not as concerned about chickens as I am ducks. Because ducks are friends, not food. Which reminds me, for those of you who aren't aware, I am doing a charity event on Twitch on the 22nd with crowd control. A friend and I, Ali and Ashford, are going to be playing Pokemon Emerald. And it's going to be a Nuzlocke, but it's going to have crowd control. So I don't know how well that's going to go, but it's going to be chaotic. That much is for sure. So, I realize with the skin showing that's not going to do so well, so I'm going to do that. And then the sleeves, I could just fill in like that. Okay, almost done with this sleeve. Then I can go over and do the other one and then turn the skin back on. I'm gonna put that out, I think, one more pixel. Sounds like it's gonna rain outside. It's been quite rainy lately. Not that I can really complain, like I said, because I like finding mushrooms. Just yesterday, I found shrimp of the woods. For those of you who don't know, shrimp of the woods basically tastes like shrimp, as the name would suggest. But it's actually my first time finding it. I don't usually find that one. I usually find chicken. Or oysters. Okay, so skin can go back on. These are kind of dark, so I'm gonna leave this probably around like 80. Because why not? You know? We have a solid arm going through here now. Okay. Now I noticed that since, you know, this is not female, maybe we could make the shorts red. To compensate, even though these shorts are black. Because I feel like that would just add like an extra level of like going back to the base design. So let's see here. I'm gonna go up here. Shorts. I had a little bit of trouble when I was first coming up with like the pose for this because I was like, how do legs work? What are legs? Just coloring these in. I might even recolor the lines to, you know, make certain areas more appropriate for the color. Like the lines around the pants being more red versus blue. Funny enough, line color can really just change an entire artwork. Like, you can go from having just something that's kind of okay, having something that's more like, whoa. And now I'm filling in the last little bit down here. One thing I always have had a fear of is, like, the risk of demonetization later on. I mean, not right now, because, you know, I'm still a small bean here. But later on, like, demonetization over, like, showing too much fake skin on a model or in an art piece. That would be wild, though. Okay. I'm gonna do sandals. And I will say, somewhere like here, where you're doing just an illustrated artwork, it's totally fine to have all the colors and stuff on the same layer. But if you ever do live 2D, just, you know, remember things go on separate layers. You know, one leg is not going to be on the same layer as another leg. Just like one piece of hair is not going to be on the same place as another hair, like another piece of hair. Quite literally, my model, if you look at it, my duck bill, without even counting the inside of my mouth here, is, I want to say, like 8 or 9 layers. Like, you would think that, you know, it would just be one layer, like up top, and then like one layer. No. Because I have the center of my bill, right? And then I have the area where it connects to the side. And then I have, like, each side is its own thing. And I have the lines separate so that the shading can, like, move over it properly. And then, you know, I have the bottom bill, which, once again, has its own stuff. And then it has its own mouth layers inside. So, I mean, live 2D is very, very separated. When in doubt with live 2D, I say separate, because in the worst case scenario, you can always go back and you can always, like, fix it by, like, gluing stuff together or merging layers, like, on your own. But when it comes to cutting things apart, it's like, no. I don't want to be there for hours just trying to figure out what needs to be separated. Hey Adelaide, welcome on in. This is not a chaos stream today. This is a productivity stream. But welcome on in. It's nice to see you over here. I am just working on Genderbend artwork that I intended to finish before this last week even started. But that did not go according to plan. Because my life is ducking hectic. And I have to wing every day. Oh, well, you know, right now, I already finished this one off stream, right? And this was male to female over here. I think I did okay. I'm And I'm doing female to male over here, and the clothing was a little bit of a challenge to do, which I did it before stream. But like, we have transparent sleeves here, and we have like a bow and low tops. So I was like, you know, maybe instead we show the midriff here. I mean, I'm just doing cutesy art right now. I can do way more. In fact, I made my own model. And I made model art for a proper V2 for myself because my V1 was, oh no, just, no. It is scuff. It is so much scuff. And I only got away with it because I myself managed to pull people in with crowd control and such, so. Also, I think it's a little bit nice to see someone who has a really bad model who you can go, yeah, I don't have to feel bad about using a pre-made model or anything else, and, you know, it's fine. It's okay. So I'm not afraid to show off some scuff. Oh no. What? What? Oh my goodness. I think Nightbot or whichever BC Wendell. I saw what you said. Cute. More duck puns. Yes. I always have all of the duck puns. Forget the dad jokes. It's duck puns here. But no, you're fine. But yeah, Adelaide, my first model has no physics. I didn't even know how to draw a duck when I made it. I didn't know how to rig a duck bill because there were no tutorials on how to, like, rig, you know, furry faces, for example. So that was out of the question. I just had to wing it. And so that's the story of my life here. I am always effectively just taking it one day at a time. Well, it's funny you say complete because, about that, this model's actually about 90% complete, and this is just a chibi model. I had the goal of doing my entire model this time, my chibi model, in under 24 hours from start to finish. So, it's still a little bit scuffed, but you can't quite tell the scuff compared to my old model. My old model, it has transparent parts that aren't supposed to be transparent. It has no physics, and it's just a mess. But it's okay. We're gonna do this one. This one. But yeah, I wasn't actually originally going to use my first model, and it just kind of happened because I realized, you know what? I can't just make excuses for why I'm not streaming or making videos. I just gotta do it. I gotta stop, you know, using my model as an excuse. And sure enough, it really was just an excuse, and I am trying my best to try to have a stable schedule despite my health issues. Thank you. Thank you for calling me cute. I tried to make this model cute. And, cause you know I'm a duck. Ducks are cute. And, yeah, with the, with the challenge I gave myself, I never actually finished the rigging. I just have most of the rigging. Oh, I did not fix that. Oh well, it's fine. Nobody's gonna notice the holiday. Which, fun fact, in hairdresser terminology, because I am also a hairdresser, upper iris. In hairdresser terminology, if you ever have a spot in your hair that doesn't quite get colored, We call that a holiday. I'm just gonna put the hot pink in both. And then I'm just gonna do the color over it so it's more like, has more depth, you know? Ooh. Yeah, I've done a lot of things in my lifetime. You would assume that I was 60 based upon the number of things I've done. And also how many health issues I have. I've worked in an Asian market. I've worked in a restaurant. I've worked in a car dealership. I have worked in electronic repair. I have worked in the public school system. I've done a lot of things. I think I'm gonna do... Wait. Why is that? I did not mean to do that one. Do this. And this can be purple. That's the true definitely of YOLO, huh? Yeah, I got a lot of experience. I've done just about everything at this point. You know, I'm gonna do it more like this, you know? I realize that that's not gonna be the best way to go, so I'm gonna go and then and I'm gonna kind of bring this up. And now we have a little bit of like a glowy eye kind of effect. But now I'm gonna have to do more eye stuff to kind of make it out. So I'm gonna do like a little boop. Boop, boop. You know, that is... I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna bring this up over here. This is not gonna be a clipping layer. Okay, where did my... Okay, where did the highlight go? It's like it never happened. What happened? You know what? I'm gonna do this over here. Oh, that's what happened. It was invisible. What the definition? Yeah. Oh, that's no problem. And thank you for popping in, Adelaide. I appreciate it. I gotta catch up on your TikToks. Because I've been off TikTok for a few days. Woo. Okay. We got more of that going on. Okay, I'm gonna save before something happens. Because I know how that tends to go. My computer likes to do mean things to me. So I save. I highlight. Now I'm gonna go and do the hair. Hair mane. I'm gonna kind of block in the color. We're gonna zoom out up here so I can get a better look. And again, with some of the more feminine traits, it was a little bit challenging to figure out how that would translate over. Like the little like half heart in the hair. I was like, that would just be like a little spike. for nude hair. I will fix the little parts that are not quite fully out in a few moments. And because it's a dude has thicker eyebrows too. Eyebrows for days. Okay. Now I come in and I clean up the edges. Lurking in the vibe. Thank you, INR. And welcome on in. I'm just finishing up the Genderbend stuff. And then I plan to do like a little video. Like compiling. I figured, you know what? I have a hard time being productive if I am not on stream for whatever reason. I'm gonna assume it's the ADHD, and I feel like I'm being judged if I'm not actually working when I'm, you know, doing an art stream. So I just decided I'm gonna do a stream with art and just use that as my excuse to finish. Also, I hope you can hear the music okay. I have it turned down a little bit so it's not like booming in our faces, you know. But if it's a little bit too quiet because it is lo-fi, please let me know. I'm listening to stream beats, which if you were not aware and you stream, you can use that without fear of DMCA. Okay, that's good to hear, INR. I just want to make sure. Because for me, it's fairly quiet, but that's also because I will get way too into vibing with the music. And then I will still not get things done. Do-do-do-do-do. I'm gonna have fun coloring the ears, I will say that. Also, a fun fact about me, I used to hate coloring. I hated coloring so much, I would not color anything. I would just draw it and then line it and say, that's it, I'm done. No more. I see another holiday, which I will fix after I'm done with this. It's funny because coloring is actually the easy part for me now. I mean, line art is easy too, but the problem is with line art is I tend to be a perfectionist with it. And the problem with that is that if you're a perfectionist with your line art, it tends to make the drawing look flat. Like here, I did my best to not be a perfectionist, and you can see it because you have like little bits sticking out in places, but it's okay because it gives it more life. That's what I have discovered is don't be a perfectionist. Don't try to fix everything because you're gonna want to fix everything and you can't because it just tends to make it worse. There's a reason that some people suggest doing your sketch and then erasing the parts of your sketch that shouldn't be there and then color that in. Which, you know, is kind of a genius hack, but at the same time takes a longer time because then you still end up wanting to be a perfectionist. Which is my issue. Okay. So, now that that part is done, I can actually come up here and do the little ear fluff. Ear fluff. And I am terrible at typing. I cannot type to save my life. Just to make this a little bit more noticeable, making that a little bit darker, but not a whole lot. I'm gonna use oil paint. I don't often use things that aren't the G pen, but in this case I am. Making it look a little bit more fluffy. Kind of bring it down. I don't type well either. Half the time I'm constantly retyping what I just typed. Ooh. And then down here, I'm gonna kinda clean this up. Just a wee bit. We're not doing perfectionists. Just enough to make it look right. Because we want it to be light and fluffy. Fluent in typonese. That is a mood. Okay. That does remind me though, I do need to learn more Japanese. Because one day I want to be able to go over to Japan. And I want to not need to have someone translate for me. I am a weirdo like that. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna clean up the holidays. There we go. Gonna save, because otherwise the computer will scream at us. And then we will lose everything. Okay. I think it's safe to say I could start on the actual shading. So, I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna do multiply. Now we're gonna kind of got the eyelid. Okay, now how do I have the shadows over here? Okay. In that case, we're gonna kind of still light shadow there. Nothing crazy. I'm gonna kind of swoop down. Very light. That way we could show it's in front of the face. Actually, since the face is a little bit turned, we could probably do a little bit more like this. There we go. Now we have a proper shading. Once again, we save. Yes, fallen mood. And welcome on in. I'm gonna pop down here. Oh, the pupper emerged. I did not even notice that he's still in here. I think the pupper would like out of the room, so I'm gonna open the door real quick. Sorry about that. Okay, back to it. Gonna do the hair, I think, next. Well, let's see. I'm gonna come in here, zoom in a good ways because I do not have a steady hand. You know what? Oh good, I have a pack of dogs myself, and I know they have their whims, and we're just at their mercy. Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Originally I had planned to go to the... What? I'm gonna do a little bit more of a purpley. A little bit lighter. To kind of match what is there without being a completely different color. There we go. But yeah. We were originally supposed to go to the park today, and that did not happen because, stuff came up. So, he's been pretty chill for most of the day, but earlier when I had to leave to the store, he was very borky. He did not want to be without his mama. Woo. The idea with this, once I have the color laid down, I'll be able to kind of bring down the transparency, and it's going to look more like that without it being too close to the color, I guess. Still some separation. Also, what kind of dogs do you have? Because I have a Chorky mix, and I'm pretty sure he's part cat, and they just didn't tell us. Okay, this is gonna bother me. I'm gonna have to come back down here and fix this. The hair gaps are problematic. Especially when I'm using clipping layers here. Okay. I think that's about fixed. Just making sure. Because it's really easy to just not have proper coverage. Looking over here, there is probably a shadow over here. I'm gonna kind of, woo. Okay, that did not work as intended. Let's try this. Aha. Big brain. Big brain is using your tools to your advantage, because this is digital painting and not traditional. Okay. I just need to not be so bad at properly shaping my curves here. This is why the guy or girl, I can't remember, who did like a really intricate piece with just their feet, I was like, I can't even wield a pen with my hand properly. Yes, Fallen. The boy that we have has a little bit of dachshund in him. It's funny because it seems like a lot of the weenie behaviors come out with him. See a gap over here. Ah! Wrong one. Fixed. Another little gap. See, this is why it's important to do a base under your color, because otherwise you just end up just having lots of little weird places like that, and I try to avoid that. It does not always work. I just realized I gotta go back to this layer again. How did I miss that? Okay. Well, let's do this. I can see more gaps. At some point, I'm going to accidentally go on the wrong layer again, and then I'm going to cry. Because that's generally how this goes. I go, la da da, I'm doing so well, and then I go on the wrong layer, and then it's all over. Okay. Do. Come in here. Boop. Just a little bit of light shading. Shading that reveals that I did not cover everything. This is exactly why. This is why bases are important. Okay. Fixed that area. I'm sorry I got quiet for a moment. I heard something that sounded like water dripping, and I'm like, why do I hear water dripping? Considering that, you know, I'm around electronics, it's a little bit concerning. Hey, Mr. Toma, welcome on in. And no worries at all. It's nice to see you. I am still working through my myriad of projects that I have. Although I'm getting close to wrapping up with this one, which is good. Okay, so for this one, I'm gonna do that, multiply, and then I'm gonna do, oh no, I can't just do the one little part. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Okay, that looks like almost black. Let me just lighten this up a bit. Yeah, water and electronics don't typically mix well. But it might just be outside. Because I do have the window open. Because, on account of it's cool outside. And I like to save money on electricity. And while it is raining off and on outside, the rain never actually blows in. It's just so weird because it sounds like the water is coming from behind me and the window's in front of me. It is infuriating. I see another place I need to cover. At the very least, I'm using the same color as I colored with, so a little bit less of a problem. Although I'm not sure I quite want this to be that far out. I'm probably gonna tighten this up. So weird. The water sound is mostly stopped now, so I don't know what that was. Inserting lots of shadow and folds that, you know, are kind of unnecessary, but I'm doing them anyway. What is this? Is this from the transparent sleeves? Because if so, yep, that is from the transparent sleeves. Okay. Now that properly goes around. And I'm gonna have to also come back and erase that too, apparently. Because I can't draw straight. Ah! Wrong one. I cannot draw straight to save my life. Okay, okay. Here we go. Boop. That. So now we have more of a dimensional look here. Now we're gonna come up here to the transparent sleeves and we're gonna shade these because once again, I'm gonna come in like this. I don't understand why that's right there. Oh, lovely. I can't do that. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to use a big brush. There we go. There we are, people. And I obviously have to turn down the opacity for that too, because it can't be super noticeable. I think about 35 is about good. Bring that up through the little band. No need to worry about drawing straight considering the lack of straight lines on a body. I mean, that's fair. But I mean, I can't draw smooth lines. I struggle very much with that. We're actually, you know, making some progress here. We're getting closer to the point where I can say I'm actually, you know. Which reminds me, I need to finish the hair, because I did not quite finish the hair. Because I have to get the inside of the ear. And behind the ear. I totally forgot. I have ADHD, and I'm pretty sure it's apparent. Woo! So now I can make that come down like that. And then, woo, bring that up, around, come over here, voila, voici, voila. And, I'm gonna do like a little soft edge. Because, you know, gotta have like a little soft highlighted edge. Also, I can fix this because, once again, Lucky did not cover everything properly. This is the consequences of her actions. And with the ear fluff, I think I'm also gonna do like a really light erasure of the edges. Because the idea is to make it a little bit more floofy. A little more whimsical. I'm actually gonna kinda, woo. Using the fingertip is actually how I managed to do the fluffy texture on NebGen's model, which I will be actually making publicly available soon, once he gets back to streaming. And his model is real cute. Going to save this. I'm gonna go back over to the hair because I have the attention span of a squirrel. And I'm gonna finish the stuff over here. Boop. And then I see an area where I'm gonna have to fill in. That's one of the good things about shading. You get to see all the areas that are not correct. Because when you go in to shade them on a clipping layer, you're like, this isn't quite coloring. I see. I see. Okay. We got the cat boy over here. Which reminds me, is this up here covered? It looks almost like it isn't. It really looks like it is not. It was not. How am I so bad at this? I am supposed to be an artist. I am expecting people to trust me to do their work. And I can't even do this. I'm gonna kind of bring in a shadow right here because this is the ear. Like a little shadow back here. Okay. Now for a finishing touch on this, I do a super light Gaussian blur. Just super light, just a 1. Not a full on, you know. Because that gives it a softer edge and helps to deal with some of the weird parts. Speaking of weird parts, one of those situations where I'm gonna say, I gotta clean up the lines. So glad you ended up doing these gender bends. They've been fun to see. Aw, thank you. I mean, I didn't do a lot of them. Not a lot of people replied to the tweet. And I'm a little bit slow on art anyway, so that was probably to my benefit versus the flood I see people often deal with. I also need to do the tail. Duck, I forgot. Okay. Tail. So, do this, this. And I see that's a little bit of a gradient. So it's a little bit less saturated at the bottom. I need to erase that. Also, with the lines coming through right here, I'm gonna fix that. There we go. So now, tail. Well, it's kind of funny because if I put that through there, you could see it through the transparent sleeves. And then that would actually indicate that the sleeves are actually transparent. I think I'm actually gonna do that. Have that come through. Although I am gonna put this, I think, behind everything. That way it's, you know, not in the way. And it's only behind the stuff that, or it's only in front of the stuff it has to be, which is basically just the background. And there doesn't need to be lines coming through here. That's fine. And then up here on the lines, you just... Is that skin that's showing through? Did I somehow miss skin right there? I think I missed skin right there. Yep, I definitely missed the skin right there. Okay. Well, that's fixed. I didn't even know that was a problem. But my art told on me. Means I also need to do the shirt through here. I really want to do more art on stream. The problem is I keep getting sidetracked. I have so many, like, projects I need to do, one of which is going to be a surprise for Thanksgiving. So I can't really show that on stream. Because everyone who is, like, super into, like, the things I do over on Twitch is gonna see it here. They would see the surprise, and it would be spoiled. I think I might have told Ollie N what I'm doing for Thanksgiving. The only hint I'm really gonna give is that I came up with the idea last Thanksgiving. And I think it's something that is going to make a lot of people just do a double take and also laugh. You could just keep it behind a black screen. They will see, all they will see will be stream avatars. I mean, that is one way we could do it, you know. I'm secretly doing art and rigging behind this, but you can't see it. You can only play games while you're hanging out with me while I do it. That might be an idea. But the thing that I said last year that kind of is a little bit of a hint as to what I'm doing. I did a TikTok. And I think it actually is also on this channel. But I said something like, Happy Thanksgiving. Remember to roast a turkey, not a duck. And I remember I got like 700 or 800 views on it. But that it gave me an idea that I'm gonna do this year for Thanksgiving. And I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it, I think. I'm gonna do this. Because we're gonna do some shading. Actually, I think I'm gonna use gouache. Gouache sounds like a good idea. Because I don't know how it actually would work in real life, but I just want to add some texture to this, you know? I kind of like it. Probably gonna use the gauge and blur on it. And then do some fading up here. Also, I realized I did not quite color that area. So I'm gonna fix that real quick before it drives me insane. I got to see my Meowdy emote that's being made. Ooh, that's really cool, Andy. I want to see when it's done. I actually need to make more emotes for myself because I have this problem called I have more emote slots now on Twitch, and I don't have emotes for them. I've done that. I'm gonna come in here with the soft brush, kind of fade everything out. Then I'm gonna do gauge and blur. Not quite that much. Ooh, really not that much. I think like 2. And then I'm gonna do a little bit more texture, I think. I think the way I can do that is like this. I'm gonna come in here on a new one. I'm gonna just... Ooh. I like having these brushes because they just make life easier. I can kind of come back in here with like the transparent, kind of bring it down while maintaining some of the texture. Let me see what it would look like with just the normal. I might even leave it normal without the multiply. And then a slight gauge and blur, not anything crazy. And then think I'm gonna do another one with multiply to show like the shadow behind. Is this doing anything? I feel like it's not. I can't see it, so something happened. Okay, let's try this again. I feel like maybe, you know what, I'm gonna put this. Maybe if I just merge that down. Oh, hey. That was not quite what I wanted. Something wacky with these layers today. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do tail shadow. Because we're gonna just do that and oh, I see what the problem is. I see what the problem is. I'm a dumb. I had the wrong thing selected the entire time. Okay, let's try this again. Woo! And then I noticed over here, the skin seems to be a little bit outside the lines. I'm gonna fix that. And then tail. You just come in here and fix that, because that should not be there. There we go. I feel like this is a more accurate tail here. We also need to put a little bit of sparkle on the sleeves because it will not be complete without the sparkles. And they can be animated too. Yeah. I haven't looked at the 7TV emotes yet. I've only looked at Better TTV. And sooner or later I gotta get more emotes that are personalized. Yeah, I really like the fact that I can have custom emotes. I very much like doing the custom stuff. Like, I can use Live 2D for animated emotes. I just have to do it, you know? And, yeah, with Better TTV, I think it's like 50 slots for free. And I used those, but a lot of people don't even know, like, to use those. And so my thing now is that I just want to, like, fill out my Twitch slots. Also, I gotta do the shadow on the other sleeve, I realize. Which is not hard. Quite literally just do-do-do. There we go. Now we're talking. 7TV seems to be better than BTTV. Probably. You know, I'm not gonna dispute that. That's the downside of browser extensions. Only some will be using them. Yeah, that's pretty much my issue. I'm gonna do some sleeve sparkles. So I'm just gonna use, I think, white. And let's turn down the particle size on this. That is a little extra. So we're gonna have just, you know, And put that over here. And then we're gonna turn these down to about 50. There we go. Now we have some sparkles. We got the transparent sleeves. We got a tail. Still need to finish the skin shading, I see. Because once again, I'm really bad at it. And then I gotta do the pants. So we will do this part first. Let me just zoom that. The 7T extension, TV extension includes. Okay, that's good to know. I mean, I saw that there were a lot of the same emotes on it. I haven't really had a chance to look into it too much. And this is gonna be a woo like this. Because that is exactly how shadows work. Just trust what I'm saying. This is definitely not me just guessing where shadows would go. Honestly, I've never been great with shadows, but I just kind of think about, okay, if light is coming from this direction, it stands to reason that most of the light's gonna be over here. Woo! Since we got that going on, just putting a little bit of a shadow, not anything crazy. Gonna put one over here. This is how you shadow, guys. Since this side is further from the light, we can just kind of bring that down. And then it looks right. That's how it works. Source, trust. Yes, exactly. Just trust me. like a lot of the big companies say, just trust me. No, but seriously, a lot of times light really is just as simple as figure out which direction it's coming from. In this case, it's coming from a little bit off to the side, but from mostly the front. You can give mods access to 7TV2 so they can add emotes for you. That's good. And I figured you probably didn't, Andy. It's just like if I tell you something about Costco. Trust me, I don't work for Costco. I just happen to know things about Costco. Like, you know, the fact that you can oftentimes get gift cards from Costco for cheaper. So you could, you know, in theory, buy gift cards for yourself and then just take advantage of the discount. For a while, Tears of the Kingdom, I think they were also selling for like $40 or like 20 something. Costco likes to do a lot of really crazy, like, discounted things that you don't normally see discounted. And they do it so that they can make the sale so that they get you to sign up and stay with them forever and ever. Forevermore. I am very wise and privy to those things, but you know, if you happen to already have a membership, definitely worth checking out to see if your local Costco has cheaper gift cards. That's my PSA for the day. I'm gonna do multiply. Gonna shade. Ooh. That is looking good. Looking better. Now we gotta do the pants. We're gonna do the pants. Alrighty. I'm just gonna do another clipping layer. I'm gonna do multiply. Okay. That's gonna be an intense multiply. But it's fine because we're gonna fix it after I put down the color. Okay, so we have the super dark color. Gonna just clean this up. Nothing to see here. Whoop. That's how shadows work, guys. Get a little bit of like that kind of circular effect. And now I can just bring this down. And we have a proper shadow. I think 40 is about good. And then to make it a little bit better, I'm gonna make this a 3. Give it a little bit of a blur, but not anything crazy. And I think, let me see where we are with this. I think, I see a problem. I see a problem. Okay, let's find the torso. Where is the torso? There we are. Gonna come through here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna fix this. There we go. There we go. And now it's like nothing ever happened. We got the sparkly sleeves. We got the transparent sleeves. And most importantly, we got proper shading. Although I kind of want to see more shading over here. This feels too flat to me. I feel like this needs to have a little bit more texture. Because up here, it's all see-through. But down here, we can't do that, because it's dude clothes. Or at least, more, I guess, gender appropriate. If that's even a thing. Well, I guess what people would consider to be gender appropriate. I honestly, I don't know, because I just wear whatever I feel like. But that's me. I'm thinking maybe doing some like scraping texture, perhaps, mayhaps. I'll do multiply, so we know it's gonna, you know. Oh yes, this is gonna be a perfect texture. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do Gaussian blur. I'm gonna do, I think, 3. And now we're gonna bring that down super far. Just so we have like a little bit of like a shirt texture, you know? There we go. We have texture, guys. We have texture. Crisis averted. I'd like to have a little bit more texture up here in the hair. So I'm probably going to do what I did over here. Use this. I'm going to come in on the hair. I'm going to... Oh, that is not what I meant to do. I'm going to make this a clipping layer. There. Fine. Yeah, you're more than welcome to draw me. My hashtag for art is hashtag Poyopaint. Poyopaint. If you want to draw a duck girl. I mean, I don't usually get fan art. Partially because I usually draw all my own art. Sometimes I do have my artist friend, draw me though. Because I don't always have the time. I think I need to have it more scribbly. Bring down the stabilization. Scribble time. Okay, not quite that scribbly. Hey, yeah, Angel, welcome on in. Okay, I think that's a better scribble. And then more scribble. Oop. We got the scribbles. Come up here. And then some scribblies up here. A little bit of a line. Separate. Give it a little bit of shine. Scribblies this way. It goes back there. And maybe a little bit of a scribbly here. Yes, Husky was caught indeed, Angel. I'm always watching chat. As hard as it may be sometimes. Okay, I think that's about good for the scribbly doos. Because with the scribbly doos, I can come up here with a Gaussian blur. Make that like a 3. All of a sudden, we now have scribbly doos. And it gives it a little bit of shine. Makes it pop out a little bit. And then, over here, I realized with the blue side, I could probably add a little bit of blush. Just now occurred to me I should probably do that. I'm actually call this blush. I'm gonna make this red. Also gonna do that. Bring this more over like this. And this is gonna be a super light thing. Actually, you know what? I might even do it with the scribbly do. Yeah, I think I wanted to do scribbly do blushes. Ah! Oh my goodness. Thank you, Z Kirby. I hope I said your I hope I said your name all right. Thank you for the follow. I hope you like the art. I like doing cutesy art. Little bit of scribbly doos here. And then probably a blush part 2 to kind of give a little bit more there we go. And bring that down. That way it's not too overwhelming. and then probably a highlight. And the way I do highlights, real easy. I just come in here with the scribbly do, bring out the stabilization. Little tiny dots. And not so much blush over here because it's the Genderbend, and guys are stereotypically, I guess, more stoic. But yeah, I think that's about it. What do you guys think? I think overall I did pretty good. Now here's the fun part, right? So we're gonna take off the background in just a moment. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna center these. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna save it. Oh! Oh, nice, Fleagle. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Fallen. Well, you know, it's fine. Fallen will be back later, I'm sure, when I'm doing another stream here. Because I do need to catch up on my live 2D. I have to take care of the Chibi dragon. I also have a correction I'm doing off stream because, you know, the person said that they were okay with me doing it on stream, and I was like, you realize I made a tweet about this very issue, and I don't want to embarrass you for your mistake. Like, it's fine. I'm doing the Chibi dragon still on stream. But I think that's a pretty good place to do. So what I'm gonna do to make this, I guess, more of like a sticker, is I am going to, first of all, we're gonna put a border around this. And then we're gonna pump up that. And because this is more of a horizontal one, I am going to do like a little like squiggle background behind it. And the squiggle background is gonna go like this. So since these are blue mostly, I think we're gonna do a little bit more of like an orange color. Maybe a little bit more like yellow. I think that's probably good. I'm gonna come in here. I'm just gonna go, woo! Now this is actually supposed to be outside of the thing, so I'm gonna do it like this, but only after I have already, I'm gonna do that. Do this. Fill. Ooh. Hey, you spook. Oh no. Why is Nightbot being so extra today? Oh my goodness. Yes, ducks. I can't wait until I can actually get the channel to partner status so I can have the emotes. At least the 500 subscriber count one. So I can have that. I don't know why Nightbot was like, nope, nope. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to turn off the moderation, or at least turn down like the moderation on that. Because that's a little extra, you know? Okay, so now I can actually put that in here because I'm gonna move this over. Oops, not trying to do that. I just want to move this over. And then move. You know what? I'm gonna have this have its own border. There. How about that? I'm just trying to center everything. I'm gonna kind of do that. Maybe about a 10, and then I'm gonna come up here and then make this a little bit more. Maybe about 12. There we go. So now we have a sticker. Sticker complete! Yes, that's how I do my stickers. I use this little border tool. It is fan-flippin-tastic. So now, I can actually also turn off the paper down here. So we don't have that in front anymore. And now we actually have a PNG we can use. I'm excited. Finally finished this. I've been meaning to finish it all week. So I am going to save this as a PNG. And we are now complete, you guys. About ducking time. And hopefully Rain likes this, because this is a gender bend for Rain. Rain is if you guys don't know who Rain is, they are also a VTuber who does stuff here on YouTube mostly. And they have several models, or rather they have two main models that they use, and these are the two, but the female one went through a lot of recoloring lately. Yes, Spook, happy dance time. It is nice to actually be productive and get things done. So I'm gonna save it here. If you guys aren't already, I do recommend joining the Discord, the Duck's Nest Discord. I have updated the invite link because I guess after a bunch of updates, the old one stopped working. But I refreshed it, so we have a new one now. At least I think we do. Let me just make sure here. Yeah, it's not showing the correct one. Let me show the correct one here. I will post it here. This is the actual one. I don't know why, I thought I fixed it, but I guess maybe I accidentally logged into my gaming channel or something? I don't know. But in any case, that is the new Discord link. I do recommend you guys join to have all of the updates, because I tend to schedule these things last minute especially. Although I will usually plan them at like about a week ahead of time, usually. I say usually because, you know, lately my schedule has been hectic, especially because right now with work, we are working on getting ready for like an open beta for our product, and it's like so much going on. Hello, Fig Tree. Which, by the way, I am going to be playing your game probably on stream this week. I would like to do it like Wednesday or Thursday if I can. For those of you who don't know, Fig Tree Digital here has a game called Platypus Adventures, and it is super, super cute. The art direction in it is, oh my gosh, it is really good. If you like artsy, like cozy, comfy games, I actually plan to do a stream here on YouTube on my gaming channel this week. I haven't made my schedule yet. I need to do that before I go to bed tonight. But that is on the agenda. The art was all done by one single person. In fact, the entire game was done by one single person. So I do recommend you guys pop by. Yes, Sandy. But yeah, I think with that, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up for now. Let me just hop on over. So yeah, I will see you guys over on my gaming channel later this week, and also probably tomorrow for crowd control on my Twitch channel. I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. It might be Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion because, you know, spooky month. Yeah, I know, Fig Tree, but you know, it's okay because I'm gonna be doing stuff tomorrow on my Twitch channel and then later on this week on my gaming channel here on YouTube. So, yeah, thank you, Spook. I appreciate you popping in, you know. It was not meant to be a long stream today, just long enough to get me through my work. I'm really bad about that. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and I'll see you on the Discord too. Yeah, Fig Tree. I got through my artwork today. just a little bit ago. It's something I procrastinated on because I had a whole bunch of other stuff to do ahead of time. But yeah, we will be back tomorrow on my Twitch and on probably Wednesday or Thursday on my gaming channel.